Welcome back, everybody, to the Warlord of SBAS plays Torment, Ties in Numenera, episode 83. Last time we opened that cyst from the main area, and then we went into the mutant area, and we actually stopped the fight with the Menvora and the mutants by ducking. So let's continue looking at the mutant area, explore that. So let's talk with Spiny Mutant, see what he has to say. Nothing important.
Let's go.
You were useless.
You and me.
Ayan Dozan. Who are you? What's up? Hello, mutant. A stunning man in formidable garb greets you with his arms wide open. His golden eyes stir strange. Strange unbidden feelings in you. My friend, he says, spreading his arms. Welcome. I am. Fantasy name. The sound of his. Oh, well. Wrong voice then. My friend, he says, spreading his arms. Welcome. I am. Blah. The sound of his deep, rumbling voice makes you think of a waterfall at the rise of the morning sun. Beautiful, thick, and profound. It makes you feel drunk. Then you see Rin take a step back, putting her partially between her and the man. She cocks her head to the side, still wary but curious. Do you know this man, Rin?
I know you're busy, but could we talk?
No, she sounds certain, but her expression suggests she's still mulling it over. Now, what can I do for you? He says with a puzzled glance at her. What a strange thing to do. Why is she hiding from me? Hold on. Let's talk to Rin, see what's up. She looks as though she's about to say something, then shuts her mouth. What happens? This happens 3 times before she gives up. Do you want to talk to me about something? Yes, no. She covers her mouth with her hand. Never mind. You were acting strange around blah. Why? I don't know. I would remember if I'd seen him before, wouldn't I? If I'd been in the terrible place? She shakes her head. But maybe we should see what he can do, just in case. Huh. So what's the process of this guy? Study the man. Watch him quietly for a moment, and something odd happens. His gaze thickens, drifting away from you, as though you have vanished, as though you are only visible to him when you are speaking. And yet you still feel that probing warmth within your mind, like fingers searching for a dark space for treasure or food. Are you trying to hypnotize me? No, not trying. Trying requires effort, and that effect is quite beyond my control, he says with a genuine smile. The effect is caused by my passion for studying the web of connections between people, even separated by words or, he pauses and smiles, fading, death. Even in death, connections persist. I'm surprised he still has coherent, or he is. Oh well, it's just a matter of time. His humor continues fading. He seems thinner now, frailer, less human. His voice is a dry paper ancient thing. My studies took me all over this world, and to lands beyond the stars, before I finally came to this bloom. Here my hunger took on a more literal meaning. With careful hands, he opens his clothing, exposing a maw, one of the bloom's sentient mouths. He sets otherness beyond it, a gateway to a place beyond this one. I told you that my studies changed when I came to the bloom, he says. One of the maw's tentacles winds around his wrist. This is how a maw claimed me. Now we both feed quite harmlessly. Mind you, on the connection between people, I understand the situation can be quite pleasant. Tentacle slips out reluctantly from his arm. If you wish to feed us, bring a close friend to visit us, and we will be here waiting. Yeah, I'm not gonna feed him one of my allies. Thank you.
Of course.
Crimper. The filthy old man is dressed in a motley of rags, and arranged artfully to emphasize the inhuman reach of his needle-like fingers and two protruding humps on his back. As if his mutations are a source of pride, he wears smoked goggles on his forehead, perked above his transparent eyelids, and his noseless face. Man, I wish they had portraits of these characters at least, because they would be really cool. But maybe next game. Nah. Blah blah blah. His teeth are small, even in shining white. He shows them off as he smiles to himself. His pockets are full of trinkets and baubles that he has picked from the piles of trash. He raises his head and says, "Oi there, what have we here? Who comes to disturb old Crimper? Have you come search through about with me? You're welcome to share." He looks at you keenly. "Share, you here? What are you doing here?" He lowers his head and grumbles, "Oh, what does it look like I'm doing? I dig and I answer questions for fools. Not everything in a trash heap is trash. What? Restaurants are unbound. Why waste? Why waste indeed? Fah." He comes through a mound of trash with uncanny speed and precision. "Tourists, always bothering Crimper. Have you ever found anything valuable here?" His tone instantly softens, sounding almost pleased. Oh I. People lose all kinds of treasure in this trash." He sits back and pushes up his gulls. "Unexploded detonations, blocks of metal that spark and steam with nanospirit swarms, a marble with a cloud of insects inside, half-used healing injections." He beams. "A blah is I have no idea what that is. Even that brought me many shins. Oh, perhaps Crimper was wrong. Perhaps this is one that is interested. What is the best item you found here?" "Oh, it was this." He fumbled around his pockets, slipping out his shapeless rags before he reaches a hidden stash and pulls something out. It's an ugly vomit green cylinder, made of organic material about half the size of a forearm, covered in knots and whorls and tendrils. It looks like it might still be alive. I found this a year ago. It was buried near Blau's tank, and I would have missed it if it hadn't wriggled. Listen." He squeezes it and sits it down. The thing begins to sing in a slow discordant tone. The device shivers and rolls around on the ground, hooting and piping through the tiny mouths in its tendrils, and whirls, and then he issues a melancholy belch. Mouths close and the thing ceases its movement and sound. It titters a bit. "I laugh every time. I had to shed blood for this one. Oh, some human thought it take it from me." He drops it in on one of his outer pockets. It was my only comfort. Night young blood disappeared. Helped me through it, it did. Anybody gonna know? Seems the little blood has an awful lot of trash. This is a minute for the bloom, to be sure. It crossed through many chambers and cavities, and none of them have this kind of refuse. The mutants do not make this much mess, and new piles of garbage appear daily. So much work. Cool. Alright, child, you asked plenty of questions about the refuse and the hidden treasures here. But not so much about finding treasures of your own. Have you ever dreamed of picking your future from the ground? I can show you. Yes. Apprentice, maybe. I haven't had someone learn from me since young blood. Yeah, sure. I'd be happy to learn whatever you have to teach me. Alright, good. First possession in your hands should be on your hands. A trash picker needs gloves or skin like sand, stone, glass, or order combined in these piles, and like as not some sharps will pierce your skin. You want none of that fluid on your core, child, or you'll end up like Crimper. Here or poor burn not right between the ears. Not right between the ears. He keeps invading for a time, leading you to various stretch bales. This one picked out clean. So here, see how the pile is strewn by. Behold, a pile of last resort. You want this relatively undisturbed. You spend some time looking for new piles, and you're rewarded with the pleasure of sifting through some organic goop and chemical scented tailings. But eventually you find something that might be useful, and you pocket it. Ancient spirit cube. What is this? Intricate patterns are carved on all sides of the small metal cube, which fits comfortably in the palm of your hand. It spreads warmth throughout your body. Interesting. Now over here, there's hit the pile quickly, but not too deep. You want to go deeper than the surface, but you need to go fast and careful. He shows you how to dig through a large pile quickly and safely. Maneuvering around jagged junk, a broken synth, shattered strong glass, and splintered wood. At the end, you find an interesting piece, and you take it that too. Everlight. That looks like an ordinary white candle set on metal base. Material is firm, pliable, and doesn't burn or melt. There's no wick or eligible inscription or engraved on the metal base. When you turn to wise away, a flickering flame lights up the room, casting dancing shadows. The flame always disappears when you look back. Yes, that's neat. You learn quick. You have a true gift. Come back and share some time with me, child. Having paid careful attention to Crimper's lesson, you feel that you can now locate other treasures in the trash of a little blood. Neat.
Of course.
Let's explore some trash. Trash pile in blood. It stirs perfectly. Around the edge, two of the mutants are garbage only barely tolerated. Then unidentifiable refuse, leaking organics, and the sharp smell of metal synth combined in a particular odor that makes your stomach churn. But something catches your eyes, a glint of metal perhaps, something shiny. Dramatically out of place in the ooze and decay. Dig into the trash. The disgusting garbage pile shifts a number of times, and you shove its order aside, and the metal you glimpse remains tantalizingly distant. Lastly, though, you catch a broad patch of metallic surface and snatch it before another avalanche of fitted waste collapses even over it. It's a helmet similar to those worn by the Laziers you've met. Phil Plume. Broken Lazier helmet. The encrusted filth of balloon covers the blue. Inside and out, it looks like it would fit the human's head. But the technical quality of the helmet is far beyond the capabilities of anyone not through a lot. Let's let it frecker from inside the helmet. Intermittently broadcast sort versus speech in a female voice. Use item. I probably can't until I get out of that.
Fine.
Sure, there's nothing else. Alright.
It is done.
And continue exploring. Don't look at anything new. Oh, I wanted to check out those items first. Oh, it's a quest item. Use item. What does it do? Examine the helm more closely. Gleams underneath the crusted field. Worked with a skill unmatched in this age. The crest seems to contain a number of dark black cells that catch you and hold the light. Fine tracers in the cells look as if they might gather and disperse energies. It looks as if you could fit it on your head. Look inside the helm. The dark material has some faintly glowing nodules and soft synth fibers. But no visible eye slits or breathing apparatus. More importantly, the helm has been collecting rotten garbage and debris for what looks like decades. As you scoop out the sudden mess and discover a fragmented bone, possibly that of the previous owner, the helmet is clean the helm out best you can. Lower machinery. Closer examination of the interior suggests that it connected with its wearers through eye movement tracking. Once it synthesizes with the eye's movement, the helmet internal circuitry develops a direct neural connection with its user. You suspect that it might be also store past user experience and observations. Try it. The helmet was clearly customized for a specific person's head, but you can fit it around your skull with some fierce tugging. The odor of decomposition fills your nostrils, as well as the accumulated filth from the bloom's trash. It's pitch black in the helm. No eye slits or breathing apparatus are immediately apparent to you. But after a few seconds, a small light begins to blink in the center of your visual field. As your eyes automatically flicker to it, the helmet air clears, degassing the foul stench, and you can feel the air circulating from hidden pumps inside the headpiece. Several unfamiliar symbols light up on the right side of the visual field. Most are dim, but one symbol shines brightly. If you had to guess, the dim symbols mark functions that are unavailable at this time. Look at the bright symbol. Crystalline images appear in the bloom. Picture of the starry night sky. Images of various people. Images of the bloom. Among the many images here, you see several that depict places you have been, though their particulars have changed since these images were captured. You suspect that years have passed. First image of the vast interior chamber. Its pathways and treasures sprawling across the empty spaces. You see foul gases curling up from the depths. A row of shops and more worldly built homes, and caravans pulled by Anin traversing the strands. The courtyard outside the Emanvor's fortress seems subtly different. You can look at it for a moment before two observations strike you. First, the uniform of the guards are quite different from those who were served the current Manvora. You also notice that the image was taken from where the Katina's record sits now. There still looks as gingy and dangerous, but the lack of Katina makes the space seem more open, less oppressed. Next image is of the bloom, seen from a path descending from the cliffs. Though you already had some sense of immensity, its massive bulk momentarily takes your breath away. Wedged into the cleft between two massive encampments, the bloom is both wide and long, with taut and massive tendrils anchored to the rock face. It looks as if the creature is dragging itself toward the island sea, very, very slowly. Final image of the collection depict a little Nilesh, but not as you know it. Most of the people you see are ordinary humans. Below, great tank is nowhere to be seen. The piles of trash are smaller, and the ancient stone buildings still serve as habitations. Though an aura of squalor and No, disrepair taints the place. You can almost smell the garbage. It seems nearly idyllic in comparison to current reality. These images must be at least a decade old. Alright. Night sky, I guess. When we look at the first image, it expands outward again. Showing a vast grid of other sides. Clearly, the owner of the helm took great care in recording the image of the ninth world sky. Either she loved the stars desperately, or she was collecting these shots to cross-reference with some other collection.
I'll remember that.
Have found something, the helm's former owner says. Must be certain. Must return to the anchors and compare new data within the navigational cortex archives. Alright. Image of the people. Pulsing moist walls of the bloom from the backdrop of all these images. You see your guess is that the helm's original owner met each of these people during their visit here. See Dracon's tall form looming over a small man. Dracon's smile is sharp and fierce, and the threat implicit in the way he holds himself tells you that he is about to exact some punishment on his quaky client. Next array of images shows the observant Spec, who looks exactly the same as she does in the current time. The diminutive woman is gesturing dramatically, probably in the midst of telling a story. An animated arm and coy smile shining through the static picture. Next image shows from a distance. The distinct outline waits for prey. Its spikes and blades held in threatening pose. Some unfortunate challenger is facing the construct. Her electrified blade looking pitifully inadequate to the task. Final image of 3 human men. One of them holds aloft a jagged piece of strong glass. It's end bloodied. The owner of the helm holds up a hand to ward off the blow. Blood gouts in the air. Alright. I went away. Well, that was interesting. I might see if the people up here might want to do something with it. But this was also use this item. I don't know what it's going to do. Curious. You hold a small metal cube in the palms of your hands. It spreads warmth throughout your body. You can barely make out a soothing voice whispering softly. Listen closely. Putting your ear closer to the cube, the words are starting to come clear. It's fragmented. Mighty warlords. You too small, so you shall understand me. You help, not free. Wisdom to bestow. Like so. It rapidly rattles off a series of instructions, and then starts repeating them. You're not entirely sure who could follow them or what would happen if you do. Yeah, lower machinery and lower mystical. Try to figure out what the cube's instructions. I didn't have to waste anything. The guy just goes like, I know it. You can figure out most of the instructions, and once the intelligence points them out, the connection and activation methods seem obvious, but a few steps are explained in an obscure manner. Go back to go forward. Revolve the crux. Go forward to go back. Only now, final. Go back to go forward. Revolve the crux. Go forward to go back. Only now, final. Alright, so I have to do one of these. Should press the main controller node? Clicking the reverb from machine angrily buzzes at you, instantly reverting to its original state. Alright, not that one. Detach the power source? Nothing happens. Detach the power source. Nope. Go back, switch to color wiring? Nope. Alright, so detach the power source, rotate the core, until it clinks into a new position, reattach the power source. It's rather heating up, emitting a high-pitched sound. Press the main controller node. Cube hisses and releases some kind of energy outwards through your arms as it courses through your body, explore your form somehow. It takes you a moment to realize that as it passed, it left a new unfamiliar memories etched into your mind. These memories appear to have belonged to an ancient automaton craftsman, and they increase your understanding of all things mechanical. Skill lower machinery has been increased by 1. Current skill level is specialized +1. Only again +1 intellect pool. Maximum intellect pool is now 21. Sweet. I done figured it out. The cube itself has become cold and deadly silent. Then it begins to fall apart in your hands. You have scanned some vital bits from the object. 104 shins, ancient spirit cube, lost. Okay. That's interesting, I guess. Your head. Mr. Uh-huh. I might actually need to look at that. I don't think I did. How about this? This resembles the hilt of a weapon. Rest leading in hand, but there is no blade. Inspect the device. The device made of zero steel. It appears to be inert, but no obvious function. Silent name describes the steel. Ioxy. Behind the strong glass plate, you find a compartment that contains an old, depleted power core. It's blocked and drained, so you toss it aside. You could place another power source inside the compartment, but it may require a particular type of energy.
Making a note.
Or mystical. Based on your understanding of the technology, it seems as though the device requires some trans-dimensional power source, something that harnesses the energy of single layers or parallel universe. Okay. Do I have anything like that? I don't think so. It's not looking like it. Oh, it's a whole bunch of garbage and crap. Alright. Let's try to use this, see if this is anything. The tactile edges of the engraved globes pressed into the palm, underlocking spiral spin over. It starts pulling at your thoughts, but at places in your mind. Before your eyes, the spiral rises from the sphere without restoring clicks, forming detailed sigils. Buttons. Hold the orb up to the light, I guess. The light is faintly visible through the curves of the orb's inner spirals, but only just. You see flickers of movement within the mechanisms, perhaps. Press the cage sigil. Press the cage sigil with the thumb and hear Elgorn's voice in your head, as though from a great distance. Doesn't make sense, he mutters, caused by the clinking of tools. It's like the thing wants to be broken. Its strength, the fear connects you to people you have met in the real world. More than that, you sense at some distinctive level that it can transport them to you. If you call them while pressing the button, you're willing to come. Oh! So, this is how I get people. New teammates back. Good to know. Curious who this one is. Poke the button, the Iridus voice with your mind. I wonder what would happen if I duel myself. You'd win. Ha. You stab a button with your finger and you hear someone growling under their breath in your head. It's been a keener and recognize the swearing. Yeah. Pair of rings. Tabard's chuckling in your hand. A large number of people seem to be painting signs in the great vicinity. Okay. Now I know what that's for. Alright. So with that revelation, I'll end this episode here. And next time we'll continue exploring this area. So until next time, remember, embrace the chaos or go mad. Bye.